we'll give them a couple of seconds here. They're a little bit slower there on YouTube, but I think now they have caught up. They have awoken. So
YouTube has awoken.
Yeah. So let's say welcome to all the wonderful viewers that are joining in on both YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. Hello, Martin, and hello, Jasper.
Hello. Good day, YouTube, and everyone here as well.
You know, the Marble Machine is the friends we made along the way, and Jasper Brookman, the god-level expert on kind of everything, is with us today. I'm so happy to have you here, Jasper. So nice to have you back. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me again. I'm glad it wasn't too traumatizing last time with all of the spreadsheets and such. No, I'm doing well. I finished my internship, and I've been recovering from that pretty much. Yeah.
Do you have that comment from Jimmy, Hannes?
I can pull it up and
read
here.
it. Yeah.
Jimmy Thomas Dev says, no pressure to Jasper, but the whole project is resting on his shoulders.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah,
Very nice. Humbleness.
it's
okay.
Okay.
So what we're doing today is that I want to feel like a monster music box. And for that, I want this kind of large programming wheel. So I've done all the design requirements for the music instruments, and not all of them, but a lot of them. So now we can work a little bit backwards on the machine. We know what the machine should produce, what kind of sounds the machine should produce. So now we can start to look a little bit about how the machine will be able to produce these sounds. And then I built on the mockup, as you can see on screen here, this 160 diameter programming wheel. It's 150 centimeters wide, 160 in diameter. And I also made a quick little list on how many channels and stuff we need. But the most important thing is that next week we are making a collaboration with the viewers through Onshape to get design feedback on my programming wheel idea that I have. And now is a perfect opportunity for me to learn from Jasper how to define a problem clearly and write down design requirements, because when you spread it out to other designers, they will have all those questions. They will wonder, okay, so you need help with exactly what? So the goal for today's stream, Jasper, is by the end of the stream, if we can have a package that is really solid to give out to a lot of designers, that make the designers be able to sit down and improve on my suggestion or suggest something much better, and they don't have a lot of adequate... We should answer all these designers' questions today, so we can give the design requirements. And I think for me, I was slow on the uptake with design requirements because I'm a dictator and I work by myself a lot in this project. But of course, when you're doing something like this, trying to ask for help, the design requirements isn't just a nice to have, it's an absolute must, because otherwise people don't know what I'm asking for help with. So Jasper, help me define what I'm going to ask for help with today. That's how does that sound?
No pressure.
No, of course. I mean, let's not say that you're learning it from me. Let's say we're gonna learn it together, or at least try to do something together there, because well, I'm not an expert on this either, of course. So So first of all, I don't think the stream has been completely up to date with all of the design requirements you have written yourself in the off hours.
No.
Have you changed anything in the sheet recently?
I think I have, and you're already, the first thing is that you're already getting to a really good point, is that we need to provide some files for everyone. And we're not going to do that now, but we are going to do that. So I'm going to write down already now, kind of like 1.4.4.0. I just associated from what you just said, Jasper. Documentation. So documentation. So I'll provide to everyone, I don't have it yet, CAD files and design requirements. Do you know, should I also have some kind of, perhaps I should do a demo video as well, where I go through my idea as a kind of introduction.
I think that you're probably better at explaining things on video than in just pure words, or at least that comes more natural to you, right?
Yeah.
So that probably a small video introduction would be nice, yeah.
Yeah, and also what we also need to add, and for everyone, is to make it unambiguous about how to submit suggestions, like all the technicalities.
Quick side note, just from Derek Van Allen here. Oh no, I will have to remove our beautiful image there, Martin.
Oh no.
Derek Van Allen says, Jasper, this wheel needs to be made out of graphene. It's all in your hands now.
It's going to be an atomically thin wheel, yes. It's going to be one huge carbon nanotube.
How many channels can I have if we make it from the graphene?
If we do the channels 1 atom wide, a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I want a lot of functions on my instruments.
I think we're going to get close to a few trillion channels if we do it that way.
Good. People said that 180 was a lot.
It may be harder to make songs for, but yeah.
And don't be scared here now, chat. I see that people are saying we're not seeing the left side, Hannes. That image, we put it there to have something tangible to watch.
Yep.
As Martin is sketching, you're not missing that much on the left side. It's just a nice little reminder what we're actually working on.
We're going to put it on and off.
Yes, it's intentional that we put it there. No worries.
And Derek, I saw your great text about how to do the Onshape collaboration technically inside Onshape. Thank you for sending that. I have something. Everything just went dark here.
Oh.
Are we still going out?
We're still going. You're looking fine.
Okay, it's just my... I touched something. So thanks for sending that, Derek. We're going to get into it. I don't see anything. Okay, it's back.
Yeah,
it's back.
That happens.
So I'm going to come back to that soon. All right, so we're already started here with... I don't know why my... Wait... If I activate this browser instead.
Everything is looking good on our end, at least, Martin, so don't worry about that.
I can see a screen share still, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, no, it's something happened in Ninja for me. It's fine. Okay. So,
can I ask you?
Yes, please.
So you want to ask suggestions and everything for the programming wheel?
Yep.
Do you want ways to design the programming wheel you have an idea for, or do you want programming wheel ideas as well?
Very, very, very good place to start. So I'm just going to keep making notes in the same segment here.
Basically,
so,
are we brainstorming the possible ways to make a programming wheel, or just specifically brainstorming how to make your idea of a programming wheel?
Very good clarification. So I will submit one idea, and I would love improvements on my idea. First and foremost, but I am also happy for suggestions based on different concepts.
All right.
But I think my idea is based on 9 years of experience, and I'm not sure it's the best one in the world, but I have a lot of the design requirements in my head, so it would be I would be very happy for improvements on top of my idea, but other concepts is super important to take into consideration. I'm not locked down into my idea. So yeah.
All right. So then we'll need we kind of have to provide two things, or yeah, I mean we have to provide the design requirements for a programming wheel, and we need to also explain what your idea is. Then, I think, right?
Yes, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit here. I don't have my zoom button here, so I'm going to try to make the text a little bit bigger for the stream. Yeah, so that's the CAD files describing my idea, and the design requirements should be then design agnostic, so open for all. And I think you and I should focus on that soon. And the demo should describe both my idea and what I am looking for help with, like what you just clarified there.
Awesome.
So I think later in the stream, I would love to discuss design with you, Jasper, actually. And not only be here, I would love to go over to CAD and talk a little bit about my idea. It's here. I've been working on it this morning. And I would love to hear you brainstorm other ideas, but it's not really, it's not our main purpose. The main purpose is to get the documentation to people.
All right.
So should we get into... you have the problem tube. My idea is that we start writing design requirements down, and then we're making them better after I've gotten them out of my head.
All right. Do you want to write them down in the requirement sheet, or do you want to write them down straight into the problem tube? Because
I'd rather do it straight here. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say the original idea behind the problem tube was also to help you write the design requirements a little bit.
Yeah. I feel I'd rather start here because otherwise I get stuck on formalities in the problem tube.
Sure.
So let's see what we have.
All right. So I think the main reason for wanting to have a programming wheel is we want the music to be programmable, and a wheel is the way that we will do this.
Yeah.
Right.
The machine needs a music program. I'm just writing on top of my head here.
Yeah.
We would like the program to be in the shape of a wheel, drum, barrel, cylinder. And I think the prog wheel should enhance the monster music box aesthetics. This is super important for me, and explains a lot why I prefer like a big wheel. Also, big wheel is actually good practically if we can build it.
Yeah, because we need a programming disk is not going to be as imposing, or programming belt is not going to look as cohesive in the rest of the machine with the gears and everything, maybe.
Or like in a weaving machine, like sheets of paper in a long roll. Also, I think audience should see the programming profiles. I'm going to say profiles here because I kind of set on that. No pins. And understand that they are triggering the sounds. So I'm trying to stay high level on like the aesthetics here. But then if we get into like the wheel should accept any number of songs. Sorry for the English, we fix this later. And
I'll go after you fixing it.
oh, thank you. The
Cleaning.
song should be changeable within 3 minutes by a 2-person team. So we're not going to categorize all the design requirements now. I'm just going to get them out. The songs and the wheel must be transportable. And then we can say like reliable, blah blah blah. We can also say reliable. We can also say stay within budget constraints.
Would be nice.
We don't have the budget constraints. Must stay within budget constraints. No budget yet.
It should be free for now.
Yeah. And then an idea I'm pretty set on, but I'm going to leave this open. The wheel could, it's not a must, consists of 2 major sections. One, a solid structure that stays on the machine at all times. And then 2, a removable music program. I should have my dictation thing set up. Sorry for this. A removable music program that sits on top of the structure and gets support and precision from the structure. So why I'm set on this, this is perhaps not design agnostic at all, but why I'm set on this is because I just think it's economical to have like every song would be lightweight and the structure can be solid. So that's like I think something like that. Like Martin doesn't want to change out the entire wheel between songs.
Makes sense. And I think those requirements would also have naturally come from the other requirements, probably.
I think so too. And of course, however, if there is a brilliant design with 2 wheels that change, go ahead and suggest.
I mean, it may always be possible that just having 2 wheels with interchangeable light parts would be the best option, just because maybe it's not possible to change the entire song in 3 minutes for some reason, right?
It would look really cool between the songs if you come with a second wheel.
Yeah.
I'm worried about several stuff.
I think it may be too heavy with the current size as well. Don't you think?
You would need like a trolley for it, like a supporting thing. We can do that. It would look cool. So you actually said a cool thing there. It could be 2 wheels with the above idea: solid structure plus lightweight program on top, but using 2 wheels for fast exchange and a backup option. Let's say something happens with one of the wheels, we can actually get through a concert with only one then.
And it may be difficult to change the it may mean you have to engineer something really complex to allow to switch out the sections of the wheel while it's on the machine.
Yeah.
Like maybe other stuff is in the way, so you actually have to move other things to get to all of the important bits there. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. We got fast to the fun part. Let's go back a little bit to design requirements. I think I had a lot of feedback from, I think it was Jimmy, or if it was Martin, about like programming profile length, how many needs to be on one channel, how quickly it needs to be repeated. These cam disks, these are actually like cam disks. So how high should the cam disks be? About something like that. And so I think that's a really good thing. I want to start by going through that by the wheel. I'm going to say should have 180 discrete channels.
Okay.
100.
Sorry, I'm just interrupting you right away.
Yeah.
Is this a maximum, a minimum?
This is a maximum.
Okay.
Maximum best case scenario.
Right.
I can show you. I have done a little bit of homework and I've written down the channel list here.
Ah, I see.
So this is including a second music program, which means that we can have a verse and a chorus, or a bridge and a chorus. And the second program 2, is less capable. So all the channels from program A is not available in program 2. For example, if we check quickly on the snare,
I see. Yeah.
the snare program 2 can only play hard notes. It can't play ghost notes. It can't play like that. And so the hi-hat program 2 cannot play soft notes. It's just to save. I would love to just double it and have 250 channels, but I don't think we can. The second channel can only play the 2 lowest bass strings. And I made it I kind of know what kind of music effect you want from the second channel. So I've killed some darlings there. Anyway. The vibraphone, though, 37 notes, same capability for the second program to be able to make full melody on the second program. If we can design this, the machine is going to be absolutely amazing. The songs are going to be absolutely amazing. And I think we can design it. So that's what I want help with. Okay.
Well, let's see.
Yes. Yeah. I wanted to say also that about 175 of these channels are channels for dropping marbles. About 5 of these channels are for controlling other things. So, for example, hi-hat open close. We also have vibraphone hard soft. We have what do we have more? We have other dampening. No dampening. Thank you for correcting.
Of course.
So, and I think I'm putting this out. The requirements for the other 5 channels will probably differ a bit. The profiles will probably need to be higher, wider, and stronger. I don't think dropping a 10mm marble with 2mm movement and opening and closing a hi-hat really fast will call for the same dimension of programming profile. I think we need something chunkier.
Depends on how you use leverage, probably.
Yeah. You might be able to...
Well, maybe people helping you will have great ideas for it as well.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning it out of my head here. Okay, should we go then on Jimmy's question about like how many per... Okay, the wheel will have a musical loop of 64 bars, identical to my previous machines.
All right.
The profiles, rather than pins, will allow for any musical timing resolution. We are not confined to a grid of, for example, 16ths. That's why I think you'll never be able to use pins. But I should, of course, write this as a design agnostic requirement instead.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's just get the ideas out.
Thank you. Each channel need to repeat a note. I'm just going to say something. 64 times per loop. I'm just saying out of my experience.
I mean, okay, so that's one note per bar.
Yeah, maximum.
Yeah, okay.
To repeat at a note 64 times, need to be able to. Which gives Jimmy the length of programming profile that Jimmy asked for. If you think about the wheel and a profile here, the shortest length possible should be between these two circles.
Right.
Because there's 64 circles around the perimeter of the wheel. Should we do... Should we do precision constraints? Precision tolerance for triggering the marble drop is... I want it sub 1 millimeter.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was going for here. What was your thought?
No, I was just thinking like if you're talking about the programming wheel and the profiles, you also need to look at the actual triggers themselves and how because they will depend on the profiles, of course. So then you probably want to make some type of requirement just in general, like the triggering a note should take as little energy as possible.
Very good. Triggering a note should use as little energy as possible. Sorry for spelling. And then also triggering a note should be as mechanically silent as possible.
You disappeared. Your
my audio?
No, just your preview camera in the
we're still
Ninja.
on stream. Everything is fine.
Okay.
It can happen. It dies and then
that doesn't matter.
As long as it's good out on stream. And I have a quick little comment here from Vannes Rombouts that says, isn't that minimum instead of maximum though? Should trigger 64 times minimum, so X centimeter maximum.
No, that's... Okay, wait. Maybe I turned it around. Let's see.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, because is one note per bar enough?
That's why we have double channels. Wait, maybe I put it wrong. Where were we, Vannes? I think you might be right.
It's the one below, yeah.
Need to be able to repeat 64 times per loop.
Oh yeah, minimum, yeah. It's fine if it does it more often than that, if we can somehow manage that.
Wait. Are we all... perhaps I should use... Each need to be able to repeat a note. No, I actually mean maximum.
Okay.
Because it's not going to... The marble isn't reloading faster than that.
Right, okay.
Or wait, per loop. I mean...
Per loop, that's the entire song.
Perhaps if I just don't remove the word maximum.
Sure.
No,
then that's the minimum then, right?
Not more. Now, minimum means that it can do more.
Yeah.
I guess. It was a tricky one language-wise.
Yeah.
I'll change it to not more because I got confused.
Okay,
Good.
but basically because this requirement follows from the marbles themselves not refilling channels quickly enough.
Yeah, so when I want to form the floor like this, bonk, 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 I'll never use the same channel. I can't.
Okay.
We can't. The marble just don't have time to get into position to make an accurate fall, and I know that from experience.
All right.
So that's why that's the maximum.
So 1 time per loop is allowed. Derek Van Allen wondered here.
Yes.
No. So that is what Derek says now. That okay, if we say it shouldn't be more than 64 times, then well, it's also fine if it only does it 32 times per loop.
Okay, wait.
Let's get this right then.
Each channel need to be able to repeat a note at...
I mean, I would say at least, or yeah, I don't know.
Maximum.
We can just say maximum.
I think maximum is correct.
And also minimum. It's just the same number. It has to be 64 times.
No, minimum can be 2.
No, but if you say minimum, then it's fine if we design the wheel in such a way that it can only have 2 notes in a loop.
Wait, I should not use the repeat. Need to accommodate. Sorry for English.
We're just being silly about
maximum 64 profiles per loop.
There we go. Technicalities.
No,
Yes.
it's important. It's important. It should be unambiguous. It's important. So thanks, Vannes, for
I need
taking
to step out for 2 minutes. Don't
All right.
break the stream now, people.
No,
We'll try.
And then when Hannes is back, we're gonna take also suggestions from the chat with what we're missing here, things that the chat is wondering about, that the designers that will help me with this programming wheel. There we have the programming wheel questions that you think they will ask. So I'll take that. Okay, so triggering note should use as little energy as the program should be readable by a mechanical reader. The reader should transfer the program to its designated effect, its designated action. So just like I try to stay high level there. And then we're more on the reader side. It does have the reading should be controllable by the operator.
It should be mutable.
Program A, program B, off, I'll call it. That's also a program, I guess. Program off. And then we discussed earlier to have program A plus B. this is a little bit not really. This is a little bit extra. This is like the next question, I think. But it might.
I think the whole reading is technically a separate thing. It's just that the actual design of the individual mechanical readers are linked directly to the profiles, right?
Good. Should we say something about that, or is that?
Well,
just...
I don't know. You could make a whole different section about that, technically, like a whole readers section, but it's just interlinked because changing the programming wheel will mean you have to change parts of the reader and the other way around. So
yeah, actually, Jasper, I want to get into a thing there.
All right.
Because I had a thought the other day that might be worth talking about. Because I was thinking that with 180 channels on 150 centimeter wheel, okay, we should do basic size constraints, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's very high level. So wheel should be within 120 to 160. I'm going to do millimeters.
I think you want to add another 0 there then.
Yep. Otherwise, everyone will be super happy.
This is going to be a really small machine. Then we really need to use the graphene idea.
Yeah. And I think we can make it wider, but I think...
Well, I think you can make it a guideline. It should be as narrow or small as possible. But no more than some maximum.
Okay, that's a better one, perhaps.
Like, what's the absolute widest that you'd ever want it to be? You don't want it to be wider than the vibraphone, let's say.
That's exactly. And that's like 2 meters. And then we really want it within the frame, and we want to fit other stuff. So I think 1600. Wheel should be maximum 1600 millimeter wide. Are you happy with that?
Yeah. And maybe we can, or I think we can say must be maximum wide, and the wheel should be as narrow as is reasonable, probably just because of other constraints or whatever, right?
Perfect. Love it.
Stream is still going. Good work, guys.
Someone said in stream as well, as small as it can be, but as big as it needs to be.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Hannes, if chat, what I really would appreciate from chat now is, what am I missing? What are the questions the designers would want me to answer in a document like this? So
we will run into some of those, I think, automatically as we go over it again. But anything now is...
So if you see short, quick suggestions on what might be missing.
Yep.
Okay, so I wanted to go through something important here, an idea I had. Because then if the center-to-center distance... I just want to say something also, like all channels doesn't need to be exactly equally CC spaced across the width. We might have, this is bad, but we might have empty sections for support structure. Divide the wheel in sections, discs, and perhaps that's also where the wheel is separated for transport.
I think another thing that you probably want to add is similar channels should be next to each other.
That's exactly that leads. Let's write that down. That leads into what I wanted to discuss with you.
I got 2 quick questions regarding profiles here. One from my
Hang on,
Meanplex.
Hannes. Hang on. Let me just write down similar channels. Do you mean channels going to the same instrument?
Yes, but I mean,
Going to-
technically, you can program any channel to any instrument if you wanted to. So this is more of a reader thing. But if you have different sized channels, because for dampening you need something, you probably want that to be not interspersed with the instrument channels, because then you have to route things weirdly and all of that.
Especially the levers for the musical program.
Exactly.
For muting ease and switch of musical program. You don't want to need to connect the lever to channel 3, 8, 16.
Exactly.
You want those to be grouped.
Yeah.
Same lever groups are next to each other. So that's a little bit down the line. All right, my Meanplex had something.
Yeah, regarding profiles. My Meanplex is wondering how high for profiles.
Very good, very good. Thank you, my Meanplex.
And immediately after that also, Jim is wondering how sharp do the profiles need to be?
Sharp as in the top of the profiles, then I guess, Jimmy.
Or like how quickly they can go up from 0 to maximum height.
Which one is it? Probably that one, yeah.
Let's see if he clarifies. We see in 30 seconds.
I'm going to see, here we are on profile stuff. I'm trying to group a little bit.
Yeah, so how high? Add that first.
The profiles should I don't have a fixed number.
I think you can just go for like as low as possible, because that's probably going to be easier to read, but that depends on how you're going to read them, right?
So the interesting thing there is that you don't get anything for free in physics, which means that the lower we make the profiles, the rougher and tougher force we have to read them with, because we're going to leverage that to a big movement on the other side. And the bigger we make them, the smoother we can read them and the longer. So it's a really, really intricate question. But low as possible, be as low as possible, considering the following recs. So the cam profiles, because this is we're going to have 180 cam discs on this machine, and cam discs are how the Chinese made their, or the Japanese made their fantastic automatas 300 years ago. So using cam discs is a old tradition in an automatic machines. The cam profiles need to create enough movement to perform the desired action. So it's a little bit of a duh, but so in parentheses, higher profiles means lighter load, while it's exactly like a gear. While reading, lower profiles, rougher load. And I am a little bit like
I don't
worried
think that's
about.
True.
You don't think it's true?
I'm just thinking, and like I'm remembering the classes I taught about torque and stuff like that, and the only real thing that matters there is the distance to the pivot, and not so much how much something moves. So if you have, hang on, I don't know if this, hang on, let me zoom out.
No, but you're right. You're right. I'm with you. You're correct.
If you're reading something, wait, hang on, where am I showing this? If you're reading something from this point, then it's going to take a lot of force. but technically it doesn't matter if you move it a little bit or move it a lot. It's going to take an equal amount of force if that's just the length of the lever.
You're absolutely right, but you're saying the same thing because the higher the profile is, the further from the pivot we can read it.
Yeah, okay. True. No. Yeah.
To get... since they need to perform enough movement to perform the desired action. So... But we're getting to a really interesting thing because the mechanics on most automated music instruments are often super tiny. So we shouldn't be stuck in the MMX and MM size readers. Perhaps we can go really tiny and strong, because tiny is kind of accurate as well. So
if the readers are smaller, there's less mass to move there, so they can respond more quickly to things. And
yeah, let's actually record a quick segment about this. Okay, so we are discussing how high. Let's make a requirement about height of profiles. And I think that the profile should be as low as possible, as long as it creates enough movement to perform the desired action. And as Jasper said, if we just start a sketch here. So if we have a pivot point here, and we have a lever arm here, the closer to the pivot is that. You can say it, Jasper, about the closeness to the pivot.
Yeah, the closer to the pivot we apply a force, the less torque we'll have. So the harder it will be to actually move the... We'll need more force closer to the pivot.
Yeah, but we get more movement.
Yeah.
And that's... When I've been working with this on all my machines, I realized it's all cancels out, because if we lower the profile and we touch the lever out here, we need much less force. It's much smoother, but we get less movement. So striking that balance is a really interesting design choice.
I don't think you want the profiles to be much taller than they are long, but maybe that doesn't matter to you.
Oh yeah, they can't be tall. That's a really, really great thing. So that's already super high level.
That's the aspect ratio.
The profiles must be. We can actually say 1/4 as tall as they are long, or lower.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Aspect ratio is smart thing for that. They're absolutely going to be much lower than that. I can probably say 1/8.
We don't want it to look like pins.
No.
Ooh.
So here's thinking about the design requirement. Now we're into design here, but I love this, Jasper. It's so fun talking to you, and I'm looking forward to talk more about the design with you. And in the future for other streams, I think we're going to invite more people on voice chat and stuff, because I absolutely love being able to talk. So I'm not going to derail, but I'm having too much fun here.
You just love being able to talk.
Yeah, you love being able to talk. But if we talk about material, I think like a really low profile feels also very strong and sturdy. Whereas a high profile feels like it can be deflected to the sides. And when I see a music box, like when I see the instruments on the museums, they always look, if this is the programming drum, the pins are like minimal, like this. So that's kind of the scale. So the lower we make them, the cheaper it's going to be to make the songs, because the less material we will use. But the closer to the pivot we have to read them to get the movement we need on some stuff. And that's what I'm getting back to, like that we have 175 channels that are dropping marbles and 5 channels that do other things. And perhaps they actually need to be different. Perhaps the kick drum marbles, if they're going to be 40 millimeter, actually needs a different profile design compared to the 10 millimeter ghost note marbles, because the forces are just way different. I don't know if it will be with our great escapement mechanism, but if you would make a profile, so if I go back to my, I'll go back to my, let's see where I can find it. I can go to the locking, I guess. I've been cleaning this CAD up a bit. I'm going to ask you a question here very soon. What would your first material choice be if you see a profile? It doesn't have to be designed like this at all. Just think about a cam disc profile. What would your material choice be?
I think for general, if you're like trying out songs and such, I think you just want it to be plastic, just for speed probably, and for material prices and whatever. But maybe when you're actually going on tour, you'd want it to be something like metal. But I mean, it depends also on how the profiles are attached to the wheel, right? Because you do want them to be sturdy you don't want them to wiggle around.
No, so that's okay. Fantastic. That leads me immediately into one of the design choices we're gonna have for my design. I'm offering 2 different suggestions here from my design. The round bars are timing registers. The round bars are registering pins for timing, and then these dividers are sideways registering. But I have another idea of, if I unsuppress this feature, of having a lot of sideways registering to offer strength from the wheel itself. I realized that this is extreme amount of material here. Yesterday in the stream, I think Hailshire's Haven wanted me to remove these, and I think that might be the correct choice in the end. But if we have a grid like this, I think we can have kind of flimsy plastic that would still not wiggle because it's controlled by this. If we suppress this feature, we're back to the profiles needing to stand up perpendicularly on their own.
There's I could see, okay, like, of course, this is how you're going to program and prepare the songs and all that, but I can see a world where you just have, like, a little tube at the bottom of a profile that you just slide onto those timing register rods. And if you do that for all of the profiles across, and then you also have, like, empty rings when you're not playing anything somewhere, then you just have one thing that's already held in place by the rod itself.
Okay, I'm not following completely, but so I don't think we can do it profile by profile. It's too many. We need to do it like in weaves, like, or lattices, like you have all the profiles for a quarter of the wheel, or all the profiles for the whole wheel in a long thing that can pivot so we can fold it on, or 1/8 of the wheel. Is that compatible with your idea?
I think that's a different thing. I think that's more that's how you would. Is this about changing the song during, like, a show, or do you mean for general manufacturing?
Okay, so we're getting to a couple of points of misunderstanding here that is perfect for design requirements. Because because you are into this composing mode. So
Excuse me, Martin. Do you
Yep.
still want to record?
okay, wait, we stop it now. Good, thank you for the reminder. There will be approximately like 1,000 profiles per song. I have no clue actually. Hence, adding and removing them one by one is not an option. And what you're into, we do not need a system where I can manually program on the wheel to test songs out. But it would be an extra bonus. But it would be an extra bonus. So how can I write that better? Could.
Yeah.
The wheel could offer an option for Martin to... For testing and stuff, it's kind of important, by the way. Should. But
Like,
that's...
yeah, I mean, I think in general, most of the testing could happen in software.
Yes.
But it would be nice for ease of mind, peace of mind, if you could listen to a song before you order all of the parts for it.
I don't think so that could be 3D printed profiles or CNC, etc. I immediately go to design. Sorry for that. That's just how.
Quick side note here from Jimmy. Just a fun little or statement here. You can technically have 11,520 profiles with your current design requirements.
Yes.
Perfect.
There you got your answer.
Perfect.
If you're playing every single note, every bar of the song, yes.
Yeah. So 1,000 is probably high then. I'm gonna reduce this to 400, 2,000.
Do you know how many notes there are in the original Marble Machine song?
I think Jimmy knows from your. Can you see that, Jimmy, in your simulation? Okay, so. Okay, this is really good. And what I mean here, and what you said, I don't know if that was what you were thinking with your tube thing, but if we have this grid here, we could 3D print profiles that snap onto this.
Yes.
And snap off. The only way then is that sideways positioning in this example will be much tougher than if I unsuppress here. Then the sideways, here we have a great grid for manually adding and removing parts.
Yeah, the way I'd imagine what I just suggested is that if you're not playing a note at a certain timing, you just have empty spacers, the width of one channel there.
Yeah, that is like one thing that I love with my idea is that when there's no information, there will be close to zero material.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything there.
Kind of. Where it gets sticky, where I haven't really, and I would like to ask you about that also later, if we feel, is how we could make a weave that really keeps all the profile in place without using a lot of material like this. Because I think I talked to the oracles about thermal expansion and stuff. If we make something like this out of plastic, we might have an issue with like thermal expansion. So perhaps what you are into is more like, here's a question I wanted to ask you earlier.
Okay.
If we water cut or laser cut sheet metal, which is of course a very dependable material, we can trust the strength of sheet metal. We can use very thin discs. We can go down probably 2 millimeters, 1 millimeter.
For sure.
What I'm worried about that is those discs cutting into the readers, because that surface will be so sharp and thin that I don't know if they would like cut into the readers, or can we fix that with just some harder material on the readers themselves that doesn't allow them to be cut, diamond coating or something?
Well, I mean, it depends. Okay, so it depends a bit on how the reader first touches the profile. If it's touching it on the sharp edge, then obviously you're gonna get some trouble there. But the reader comes from the front here, I assume, right?
The reader climbs on this soft curve here.
So, I mean, there is a good chance that it may cut into it a bit. You just have to compare hardness of materials. I'm not I don't have all of the hardnesses in mind here. Like you could have part of the cutter or of the not the cutter, part of the reader. If you make like the tip a glass marble, that's not going to be cut by metal.
Okay.
So if you have a glass surface like that, it will make sound though if you do that, of course.
Yeah.
But and otherwise, you'd probably have to find a material and accept that sometimes you'll have to change out the reader heads.
Yeah, the reader heads can be replaceable like a consumable, but that's why my brain has gone a lot to plastic of the profiles.
Derek Van Allen says make the readers with bronze bushings.
Yeah, then you have this bronze and mild steel effect where they oil self-lubricating. Is that what you mean, Derek? So is this perhaps a requirement that the profiles and readers should use materials that doesn't cut into each other
Yeah, they
over
don't
time?
wear out.
That don't wear out, or if it wears out, the wear is easy to calculate, and we can replace surfaces. But I think if there's wear, the channels that are used more often, the timing will start to shift, and the movement will start to shift.
It doesn't have to necessarily. If the reader, like the only thing that's going to cut in, it depends on how you actually design the readers themselves, right? Because if you make it so tight that even a 0.1 millimeter difference in profile height essentially ruins everything, then that will be a problem. But you can make it at least a little bit resilient to that, so that it only actually happens at the drop, and the drop should still happen at the same time, timing wise.
So you're saying something really important there, is that the reader action should accommodate high tolerance in I'm using difficult language. What I mean is that it should be a headroom.
I think it shouldn't depend too much on profile height itself. It's because the actual thing you care about is the drop, right?
Good. It's not always true. We have in between profiles that do sustain and dampening in between and stuff like that. But you're saying something really good here. From the profile height, meaning if the marble gate drop arm needs to move 3 millimeter to drop and load the marble, we can make it move between 5 and 6, between 4 to 6 millimeter, and it doesn't matter. We have headroom We have headroom and a big tolerance. If a profile is suddenly a little low for some reason, nothing changes. That's a good thing.
And I think in general, during a show or anything, this won't happen because if you have materials that wear out that quickly, then you probably have different. You should just design it differently. But this is more a thing that if you don't change it for a show or you forget, that it's not going to ruin the entire thing.
Yeah. I mean, metal. Now I want to ask my style expert. What's coolest, Hannes? Metal cam discs or plastic cam discs? Go.
Metal.
Okay.
Easy. And I just want to say that Derek Van Allen confirmed what you said, Martin, about the bronze bushing.
Okay.
And I see also Alex Bram here says, reader with a ball bearing, you can swap them when needed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind as well, yeah.
Nice to see Alex here again. Alex has this great suggestion, Hannes, that we should release our live streams as audio only for people who are in the car and stuff.
Especially when you two guys talk. I never know when I can cut in.
Okay, so Derek suggests bronze and mild steel combo, or is it just bronze and steel combo? Did he specify?
Bronze bushings.
Bronze bushings.
You could also have the actual reader tip roll over the profile.
Yeah, so that's the ball bearing, right?
No. So the ball bearing one is just if you have a metal tip to the reader, like I don't know, can you see it on the camera? If you have a metal tip like that and it rolls over the profile like that, then you just can replace that metal tip itself. But you can technically also do it in such a way that indeed the ball bearing rolls over the profile, and then you'd have even less wearing.
Needle bearing has been suggested. Okay. It's like those super small. Because what I'm worried about that, we've been talking about that previously. I'm worried about something about that, Jasper. Is that let me know if you want to cut in, Hannes.
I always want to cut in because I got an answer from Jimmy about the Marble Machine song. We should take that in account.
Yep.
So Jimmy said that there's 148 notes without the bass. So likely 200, but there's more drums available here.
Good.
Around 400 sounds like a very good target for 64 beats with the added instruments. We might get into the 500 to 600 territory with A-B channels.
Thank you, Jimmy.
There you have it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jimmy. Very helpful. I'm worried about...
Derek, before I let you talk.
Yep.
Derek Van Allen says, bushings, bearings for space and noise. I'd go stainless for the profiles for style and to prevent rust.
It would be great style if you have the actual marbles being played, also reading the profiles, of course.
Stainless for rust. I remember, Derek, when you were in Stockholm, I asked you about the vibraphone arms, and Derek was like laser cut sheet metal for everything. Which I think could be fantastic. We can also discuss water jet cutting them. I think maybe the surface will be smoother, perhaps more silent, perhaps less of a... But I guess we could also actually polish the top edge. Even if we laser cut them, we could
If you laser cut, it's going to be harder, I think, right?
Yes. Laser cut does this heat treatment that makes the metal even harder, which is why I broke all my taps in France. Because I took like these laser cut holes and I just ran a tap into them, and that's not what you should do. It's heat treated metal then. So if we water cut... Okay, sorry. Yeah. If we water cut the profiles and then polish them... Oh, so water doesn't heat treat.
No.
Interesting. So Derek suggests... We're hard into the design here, but this is good discussion.
Yeah,
I love this.
We're going to change to the problem tube soon enough.
Yeah. Stainless steel, and then profiles, and then water cutting would avoid heat treating and perhaps make polishing. This I actually love, polishing of the surface possible, because what is sound? Sound is vibrations. If we have a mirror finished kind of round surface on these thin metal things, it's going to save the readers, and saving the readers is also less noise. So a polished top surface would spare the readers from wear, plus reduce sound. I like that. And what's cool with that is that with stainless steel, I think we can go back to actually enacting a lot of force on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's pretend this is stainless steel. This is my... if we have a rolling thing, rolling off here,
Mm-hmm.
I feel there is we have an ambiguous moment here. When do you want to slide? Do you want to slide now? Do you want to slide down now? If the corner of the reader is a sharp corner, like this, I feel the precision is much better. Because it's like, okay, I want to drop exactly now. You see what I mean?
I don't think precision... I don't think that matters too much. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, the moment it drops, it drops. But if you have it rolling off it, because everything is going to be at a constant speed anyways, it will always be a predictable moment. And even if it is technically less precise with how it's programmed, if the offset for everything is the same, that shouldn't matter.
Yeah, if the force pulling down, wanting to throw the reader down, is always the same, then the little sliding friction. So, but do you agree? The larger we make this rolling thing, the more issue we have.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you make it really big, at some point, it's also just not gonna roll. It will go down a bit slow. Yeah. But you could have a really small bearing or rolling pin or whatever you want to use there.
I think the rolling is hard to... It's an idea. I think it's also hard to design. It's a lot of moving parts. I think the sliding is superior. We could have...
you could do it directly with a bearing, technically, right?
But when you say bearing, you mean a ball bearing.
No. When I say... Wait, hang on.
No, you mean a sliding surface.
Yeah. Well, when I say a bearing like that, I mean like one of the... Wait, hang on. Can you see?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean one of these you could also technically use and then have it rolling like this.
Yeah.
But I mean that's options for the future.
Yeah, but the interface between the readers and the profiles is important for the entire design, because it comes down to the material choice, it comes down to the width of the channels. So ball bearing.
Well, it's something to keep in mind at least. And
could we have like POM on the readers or polished bronze?
What's POM?
That's the machinable Delrin plastic.
Oh, right, yeah.
That I love. It's often used for bearing surfaces, sliding surfaces, because it has
that
good...
would probably also make less noise than metal.
Yeah, PM would be more silent. That's what I used for the other machine, so I'm maybe a little stuck in that. But what's cool with those thin profiles is that we can actually give the reader, if we look at the reader from the other perspective, so... What I really like, I'm happy about would be, so say that we have a 2mm. This is a 2mm profile seen from the front. So here, and then we polish the top. so the top isn't sharp. The top is rounded like this. We build a special machine so it always polish accurately. We don't do that by hand. Then we could have the reader having a little bit of a track in it. So it could be like self-centering, which I think from experience also would help. Because it could then catch the reader something like this. You see what I mean?
Surely they make bearings like that, right?
Oh, bearings with a track in them.
Surely that must exist somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Let me just...
Yeah, I found one.
You found one?
Yeah, I just googled it, and that's like the most standard thing. Yeah.
So what I'm worried about with the bearing is that then we need, if we think about the sideways, the width, is that probably we can be on a minute. We need arms, and we need like some axle or some bolt or something that often will stick out. So we're all of a sudden, we have a lot of parts for each. And it can come loose, And I think still it would sound a lot. Even though it's rolling, I would still think it would sound. I have this... I
have a plastic or a plastic one here.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think... Well, that's something for the brainstorming for people to do as well.
But you see, all these parts are adding stuff.
Yeah.
Can you post it for Hannes in the? Are you aware of the Marble Machine Engineering Discord, Jasper?
Yes.
So we just opened a new channel, which is a live stream visual chat. So the one you found there is it possible for you to go into the Marble Machine Engineering server and post what you just found, and then Hannes can show it?
I'll post a link there, but it's this is probably not the right size for it.
No, that doesn't matter. It's fun to see.
Like, this is just a random thing I found somewhere. Is this even the right? I'll just send it. Hang on, let's see.
But then a question, perhaps for Derek Van Allen or for everyone. If we have stainless steel profiles that we polish the surface, I love that idea because I think we can trust them, we can make them small. It's a classic thing. People order water cut and laser cut parts. How would we... If that's... Okay, let's go back to my weave. I think we're here.
Wait, where? Which channel is it, Hannes?
It's the only postable channel. It's called Livestream Visuals or something.
Wait, I don't think I'm in the engineering Discord then.
Okay,
I'm
you're in
the old normal one.
Yeah, you're in the normal one.
Let's see then.
It has a marble machine. It's called Marble Machine Engineering.
Let's see if I can find it like that.
I can post a link in the chat if you want to.
I'm happy for the metal profiles. That would be great. Sorry, Hannes, I'm excited. I'm talking over you.
They'll be nice and shiny as well.
Because then we are back on a design requirement that you should see the music. And if we then make the...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just in what chat are you sending it?
In the YouTube chat.
Okay.
I think you got that open, right?
Yeah, so. I found it.
So, question for you to think about and for chat. For my lattices, for my weaves, if I need something in this direction to position the plates sideways when they're off the wheel, so they hit the correct channels when we put them on the big structure, what material do we do there? Are we also then doing stainless and some kind of hooks? Can we like copy this plastic idea so that's the same stainless steel? cut in the same way? Because
I'm not sure, but I also I do want to point out that this is not really important for this
okay.
part.
Back to
Want me
design
pull
requirements.
up the image, Martin, then. From the bearing.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
it now.
Yeah, from the chat. From the Discord thing.
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yes. Right now my Video Ninja is black, so I don't know.
You can
now I see it.
you can reboot it.
I'll just... But then I disappear, right?
Nope.
Because I don't... Now I have the multi. Okay, now I see it. Yeah, that's cool. So it's a plastic thing.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, with a groove.
Like this is just the first thing I found. I'm sure this will exist in the right size and everything that you would want it to have.
Yeah. Are there ball bearings in that thing, or is it just a bushing thing?
I have no idea.
Because if it's just like sliding, it's kind of even better. If it's a more stupid part, perhaps.
I mean, it says no bus, whatever that means.
It's cool.
Yeah, I am sure that something like this will exist for purposes.
For track spinning wheel thing, reading the profiles. Yeah.
I also got a super chat with a reminder from Martin here. Martin. He says that bearings can be keyed that way. It's impossible to go loose or contra rotate. Good to keep in mind. Bearings can be keyed.
Yeah, but even more parts though. But yes. All right. Should we get back on? That was way too much fun.
Yes.
Now stop it. Now let's be a little bit more boring. I haven't been able to show everyone my idea for the weave. I think the weave needs to be able to go on. We can't put a quarter or a whole thing on from one thing, so it needs to pivot in the weave. There needs to be pivots. Okay, Jasper,
Yes.
rein me in.
All right. In that case, let's close the CAD.
Okay.
Too much fun.
Yeah. So I think we have this may not be everything we need for design requirements yet, but I'm happy to go with what we have right now.
Yep.
I think that if you would like to try, we can fill in a problem tube with as many of the requirements as we wrote down, and we can just see if we can. I think the problem tube may be a good way to provide the requirements for the problem to the people.
Okay. There is one in this document. Are you happy with the one that we already have here?
Yeah, but I'll just copy the template to somewhere, and then we can use that.
Okay, so you can create a new tab.
Yeah, let's see.
We have an old problem tube. Oh, you have a template somewhere.
We can also just use sheet 17.
Sheet 17, okay.
It already exists, so.
Yeah, I renamed that to prog problem tube.
All right, let's quickly resize these. Let's resize them a little bit here. All right, and okay, well we'll figure out the rest there.
So challenge for you now, Jasper, with this.
Yes.
Help me not become annoyed.
All right.
because I want to stay like close to the feeling of of getting design requirements. I know this is a good system. You and I have talked a lot about it on the telephone, and often I get like annoyed in the middle of this exercise.
No,
so,
completely fair.
let's keep it. That's just a challenge, and I'm going to be at my best behavior here.
We're gonna try. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me just. How did I do things? Let me.
I'm going to
this.
intro. All right, we're going to use Jasper's framework, the problem tube here. Oh wait, I'm recording for video. All right, so we brainstormed all these design requirements. Okay, so me and Jasper brainstormed like a lot of design requirements, but they are kind of all over the place. And now we're going to try to rein them in with Jasper's problem tube that will help us with our problem definition. So there's this saying, if the world is going to go under in 1 hour, I'll spend 55 minutes understanding the problem, 5 minutes solving it. Or if I'm going to cut down a tree, I'll spend 55 minutes sharpening the axe, 5 minutes cutting it down. So here is Jasper sharpening our problem definition axe here with the problem tube. Go, Jasper.
Well, let's not. It's important that you do this as well. So let's do it together here, right?
Okay, good.
All right, I'm gonna call this programming wheel. I spent way too much time on making this look presentable. I hope it's fine with the colors you have as well. Yeah, awesome.
It's perfect. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so people can see it better.
All right, so let's see here. The main thing here. What is the problem that you want people to solve for you? Well, we want to make a programming wheel. The machine must have a programming wheel.
Yep.
We already had this requirement. Awesome. And then the question you may ask now is, how should we make a programming wheel? I'm just writing this down to be over the top, of course.
Perfect.
Okay, wait. Can I open the requirements in? Okay, no. I'm just gonna copy the notes.
Yep.
We wrote. Let's see. Do we? Yeah.
I'll stop the recording there, Hannes.
Oh, sorry.
While Jasper's doing that, do you want to cut in, Hannes?
I'll mute myself then so I can talk. No, I just saw that Alex Brem says here that no worries, he can make those kinds of bearings that that Jasper talked about.
Make them
Not
yourself.
bearings, but my lathe can make the same wheels Jasper shows.
Oh, nice.
Alex Brem is on the case.
Cool.
And
Nice.
someone would use the Google Translate on the link that Jasper sent, and that said translates to with bearing. So it's groove wheel with bearing inside it,
All right.
without bushing. So it was a bearing inside there.
Cool.
Okay, I don't have anything more to add now.
All right. So this is partially sorting through all of the notes we already wrote, and just putting them in the right place here. Wait a minute. Okay. So let's see. What functions have we written down that a programming wheel must have?
Carry several songs.
Yeah. Okay. The wheel must accept any number of songs.
Yeah. And I think the monster music box is a functional requirement, actually.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't matter where we put it technically, but the wheel.
Do you want me to paste it?
Oh yeah, just paste it. I'll just add some rows.
So I
That's
think
the wrong button.
it's a functional requirement because it's an art piece. So aesthetic requirements are functional.
Yeah.
I think any number of songs is that fine? The wheel should accept any number of songs.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I had must accept any number of songs already, but
Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry.
doesn't matter if we make it a should or whatever.
No. It's I forgot.
All right.
The changeable, transportable.
I'm just gonna do a really the wheel must be in the shape of a cylinder.
Yeah.
I think I
It's
removed
okay.
the two.
I saw it. It's okay. I'll add it.
Okay, some of these parts are not functional though. I think it being transportable, reliable should probably go to non-functional.
Oh, you have non-functional there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Whoop.
Nice.
And maybe okay. Wait, let me. I'm just adding rows. I don't know how you're so good at adding multiple rows at the same time.
You just mark a lot of them. So on the left side, you just hold down Shift and you choose a lot of them, and then when you right-click, it will add as many as you have marked.
Awesome.
Was that a compliment coming in? Take the win.
I guess it's possible after all. Yeah, okay. We can clean this up later. Let's see. So it having two major sections, that's not a requirement necessarily. That's something that could arise from it having to be transportable or just from it existing, but it's not important for people to know necessarily.
And then my design idea doesn't need to be in.
ID.
This is later. Okay, number of channels?
Yeah, that's functional, definitely. So let's see. The wheel must support
180 discrete channels.
180 discrete channels. Are we saying that is a maximum that it must support? Are we saying
maximum?
Okay. Must support at most.
Oh, and what we don't have from before, what I'm going to add on the first sheet is I was into this millimeter tolerance of position. But you can keep on. I'll just add that because I want I want 1/10 of millimeter actually precision.
Let's see.
Position tolerance of and of profile is, I guess you write it plus minus 0.1 millimeter. So that's kind of strict when it comes to 160 centimeter diameter wheel.
I mean, technically, you don't know if that number is the number that it has to be. You haven't tested it, but yeah.
Do you want it as a guideline in your problem tube or as a requirement?
No. I think honestly, I think you may have there may be a bit of a misunderstanding with what I meant with guidelines and not.
It's godline when it comes to Jasper.
Yeah, no, that is definitely what I meant. The guidelines are more like if you want the machine to be as narrow as possible, then that should be a guideline that guides all of the things. But it's not technically a requirement of any individual part. It's just guides your decision making. Like if with the whole brainstorming, you get two perfectly working examples that all follow all of the requirements you set for them, then you can use the guideline to choose between those two. That was the
smart
original purpose.
Yeah, and they are a little bit less quantifiable and verifiable. It's more more of the more subjective items goes there as well.
Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, so the profile, 64 bar long loops. Each programming channel supports one or must support one profile per bar.
I have some silent as possible, mechanically silent, little energy as possible. Do you think that's
I
guidelines?
think that's definitely a guideline. Yeah.
Okay. I'll paste them in there, and then we also. Oh yeah, I forgot.
I mean, it could also be a requirement if you will not accept anything that makes noise, but you can have a maximum allowed noise level in the requirements and still have this guideline. So this is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have, I think,
the sizes.
Oh, the sizes are good. If you do the sizes, yeah. I'll add another thing.
No, wait, those are not functional. Sorry. Oops.
The wheel must support 5 special channels for other actions than marble drops.
Is that a requirement, or is that more of the channels do not have to all be the same? Or is it like it is you really need people to keep in mind that there can be different types of channels? Like, is it fine if someone figures out a way to have all the channels be the same type? Or do you already know that profiles for those will be different, so it needs to be possible to put in other types
Perhaps
of profiles?
I'm too far down a branch here. Perhaps maybe. That's what... Yeah, okay, let's remove it. Now, it's not like I absolutely need 5 strange channels. No, you're right. You're right.
But we can say... well, okay, no, I mean, that's all depends on how you're actually going to play those.
I think in the tree under the wheel must support at most 180 discrete channels. Like,
yeah.
In that tree, we're going to say not all channels are created alike.
Yeah,
some
definitely.
Channels might have special needs.
I agree.
But you're right. We are that is further down into that
right,
tree.
So let's see. That's all just things.
I'm just going to hit the programming wheel button here so everyone sees what we're actually building.
Ooh. The wheel should offer an option. No, that's also technically a channel thing.
Okay, but now it feels like we're doing kind of the same thing in just a new... do you want to gather all of them first?
No.
Maybe I shouldn't be...
I think like this is probably everything that's directly applicable to the wheel itself, besides maybe one more functional requirement.
Did you do the sizes? The sizes you wanted? I found them down here.
Oh, yeah. No, I have the sizes in the non-functional already, I think.
Oh, I didn't read that far.
The songs must be, or the program must be changeable during a show.
Can you read that again while you're writing it? Because I'm just recording.
I mean, I already wrote it now, but the program must be changeable during a show. And I'm saying it this way because technically, whether that is by changing out the entire wheel or changing sections of a wheel, whatever the solution is fine, right?
Yep.
But we do know we want to do multiple different songs in a show.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. I think we may run into something later as we go over this again, but this is probably good as far as this top level goes. Would you agree?
Yep.
Awesome. So let's just remove some rows here. Let's neaten this up a bit. Wait, how did it? Okay. Oh wait, because I don't have the entire row selected. My bad. Awesome. All right.
Step 1 in the problem tube.
I think so. Yeah. This could be a good step 1. And now we don't have an ID for whatever, but that was potential future proofing. Not important. All right. So now you already said like, yeah, we will get to some sub problems that follow from this, because we need to think about the channels. We need to think about the readers as well based on that. And there's just the overall design of the wheel. So let's see here. Well, we can write out all of the questions that go with these requirements.
So now you're going to do a lot of questions for the wheel must accept any number of songs.
Well,
like
no, just one question for it, really. So
okay. 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 You do it.
So if I just say, how can we make the wheel accept different songs? It's a boring question. But the answer to that is going to be that there are going to be changeable profiles or entire sections that have to be changed. So technically, we already have a sub-problem there. I mean, most of the questions are going to be, how can we do this?
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm just gonna... How can we make it look like that? Whatever. I'm not going to ask a question about the cylinder one because there is no question there. It's just going to be cylindrical, and we've already decided it's going to be horizontal, probably. How do we design these channels? All right. There's probably how do profiles attach to the wheel? That's also not something that we have a question for. Position tolerance is also probably more profile-based or reader-based, but doesn't matter. How can we achieve this? And again, how should we change programs during a show? And then again, okay, well, how can we achieve this? So, what does it mean to be reliable? Yeah, okay, sure. I'm happy with these questions.
So you reformulate everything as questions, because then they become sub problems.
Or some of these combine, but it's more like, okay, we know what it must do. What do we have to answer for our wheel to achieve that requirement? Like we can just say it must accept any number of songs, and then we can try to answer the question, okay, how can we make it accept different songs? And the possible solutions to that is the brainstorming that you want people to do.
Okay. So it's okay. So it's a language thing. Yeah. Okay. So it becomes the questions for the designers.
Essentially, yeah. And
okay.
It's all questions that you probably have in your mind already. But I'm just writing it down extra because then you don't have to keep it in your head.
Yep.
So I'm just going to copy the template again here.
Yeah, now the magic of the problem tube is going to appear.
We hope. All right, so now we have a... we have sub-problems that we want to make up of this. So let's first think about, okay, what are the important sections of the programming wheel? there's the overall structure itself. And I think that's mostly covered in this top level problem. And, well, if we look at the questions, we already have, okay, there's a question about channels. All right, so we have to think about the individual channels. Well, there's also a question about the profiles, which will be part of the channels. And there's probably something about a reader section. And that's all, those three, or the channels are linked directly to the profiles, and the profiles are linked directly to the readers, right?
Yeah, I'll add the readers actually.
Oh, yeah.
Must be readable by a reader that conveys the proper action, or something like that. We had a better.
And then the question with that is, how can a reader read a profile?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So, okay. Well, out of those, what's the main thing here? Probably channel design.
But just let me know where you're going. Are you going to start a branch from each how can question?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do now is see more which of these go into one sub problem, so to speak.
The group, like a group.
Yeah. So let's say we have accepting different songs. Okay, well, this will automatically lead into things, but accepting different songs, how to make it look like something, how to make changeable programs, transportable, changeable songs. This is all kind of one type of problem we have, right? So
okay,
this is not the right color, but this all is one sub problem of how do you design the wheel overall. Does that make sense?
Do you mean those are highest level?
Yeah, I think these go highest level in the. We don't have to go very deep into sub problems with any of these.
Okay, I understand.
And these are all kind of the same problem, because this will all talk about, okay, we have to split up the wheel. We have to have 2 wheels or 1 wheel.
Yeah. So what Jasper what you have said earlier is that once one single design suggestion answers all the questions, it's like a closed loop. Mm-hmm. And so, like, what does it mean to be transportable? We need to decide how small doors we need to get through. Once we have decided that, we say, when each section of the programming wheel is within these dimensions, it is transportable.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Or you can take the wheel apart into these sections. That's also
okay, you can take it apart and you can put it together in this kind of time with this kind of manpower. So I guess do you mean that all the brown ones here are going to
I don't know
reach
if it's brown. Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's on my. I have the dark reader. I see it the other way. The ones you highlighted are going to be answered pretty fast.
I think all of these can be answered more or less without answering the other questions.
Okay, I got it.
And the associated sub problem here would be like overall design of the programming wheel. Are you designing it in sections? Are you designing it to be like 2 cylinders you actually just mesh together? That is kind of like, if you have that question, that like, of course the answer will kind of guide how you make channels, but it's sort of separated.
Okay.
So this like these highlighted ones, I'm not including that in a sub problem that I made the second step of the tube here for.
Okay.
However, channels is probably I think channels is a great second thing here to look into.
Okay.
So if we say channels, awesome. We have said, okay, so the main design requirement problem statement that I'm going to use here is the wheel must support 180 discrete channels. So I'm just copying that straight from above there.
Yeah, that's the main problem. That's our new sub problem.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's big enough that we really want to know, how do we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, again, how do we design such channels? Okay, well, let's again look at some requirements for it then. What must the channels do? We already wrote down most of these, I think.
So is the silent and silent and stuff going in here?
Depends. Will a channel make sound at all?
I mean,
is a channel just the entire thing that? Okay, let's. A channel must support 64 profiles at most, or must support 1 profile per bar.
Can I add my my idea of the 2 major sections, a solid structure and a removable program on top, as guidelines on the top problem?
Yeah, you're good.
Or is that
like,
not design agnostic enough?
Technically, if we're just saying this is our problem, this is what we want solved, then you would have your idea as a solution to the problem tube.
Okay, so let's not do that. It's a solution instead. Okay.
Like I don't know where you want to gather all of the brainstormed ideas, but you probably want to combine that with all of the things coming from the engineering server and the suggestions people make.
So I can copy paste that they should be as low as possible, as long as they perform.
Hang on, let me combine this into channels and profiles, because they're so linked that we might as well make that one thing.
Okay, smart.
We can also look at the top requirements that we have, because some of these just go into this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. No, well, we're not looking at readers just yet. Maybe there is a requirement here that we want. Well, it depends a bit on how you. Okay, I mean, let's say. No, I'm not saying that. Never mind. I was gonna say something like the channels must be changeable, but that doesn't make sense.
Perhaps here I can mention that not all channels are created equal.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Not all channels
have to be the same.
To be the same. Some channels will have special requirements.
And I'm actually adding one to the programming wheel, because we never added that similar channels should be next to each other.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go, if I can just pretend in time, we're gonna have one whole thing with readers, then I think we're gonna have one whole thing with program change after the readers.
Yep, probably.
Program change, because that's going to be a whole ordeal. But it's a little bit later, but that's why it's important to already at the top, like, prepare to make the program change further down the line possible.
It's probably important to keep that in mind, yeah. But no, that's exactly the problem tube as it is, yeah.
Okay.
When you say program change, you mean changing the program on the wheel itself, right?
No, program change by operator during song.
Yeah, okay,
I
figured.
Like muting.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I mean.
Yeah, because that, of course, will change how you make the readers themselves. Yeah.
So should I understand your problem tube here now, Jasper, as a way to structure design requirement chronologically and like help sort design requirements? Because always when we talk, like, is your thing replacing?
No, not at all.
It's not replacing, because I'm
not
annoyed.
Replacing the main sheet.
Yeah, the thing that is annoying in my head is that now we have kind of almost the same thing in two places, which is but why wouldn't we actually replace the main sheet with the problem tube?
Well, one part of it is because you want all of your requirements to be visible in the same place.
Yeah.
And also because this whole thing is going to contain probably too much information.
Okay.
Because we don't really care about the guidelines so much in the other sheet. And we cannot see the structure of the machine as easily as you could with this.
I see. Technically, should we perhaps just reference the first page? So if something changes here, it also changes in here.
Yeah, so that would be how I ideally you'd probably link these to the original sheet.
Yeah.
Because like any requirements here should be the same ones as you have in the main sheet. Yeah.
I think you just hit like a like, and then you say Rex. I think you should say Rex ! And then you choose a cell or something like that. That was error. Okay. I don't remember.
I don't know the details of Google Sheeting and such.
Yeah. Okay, I need to take a super fast break here, Jasper, to be able to follow. You can, if you either if Hannes has something for chat, or if you want to keep on going, I'm back in 2 minutes.
I may go to the toilet myself, so
okay.
I'll
Hannes,
right
do you want to hold the fort?
I'm gonna be here all alone.
Hannes, the project rests on your shoulders. You got this.
Oh, no pressure.
I can show the machine.
I have nothing to add, but the utmost respect for these two gentlemen. My God, do they talk, and my God, do they sound smart. Okay, chat, you're stuck with me. Let the boys pee. Okay. So yes, today we are blessed by the company of Jasper that's helping Martin with the design requirements for the programming wheel on the new marble machine. And I don't know if you saw it, that we also scheduled a stream for the upcoming Tuesday with Evan Rees, the On-Sherpa, an on-shape expert that is going to have, I hope, like a little master class with Martin on on-shape. So that is going to be very fun. So don't miss that. And I might also add now, it's Thursday today. We will not stream tomorrow because it's a holiday in Sweden. It's midsummer tomorrow. So no work for us. We're going to be dancing round the midsummer, the pole, and singing strange Swedish songs about small little frogs. And who knows, 1 or 2 units of alcohol might be consumed. You never know. But yeah, so no stream tomorrow. It's a day off for us here. We will be back on Monday, I hope. I think Martin is changing his remote destination next week. He's going to be on a different place. But so far, so good. These streams have worked Pretty good, I might say. We haven't had that much technical issues. Every now and then, Martin's camera and screen cuts off for a couple of seconds. But yeah, you know, I thought it's going to be way worse since we're 3 people connecting remotely to the computer in Stockholm that is doing all the streaming. So considering all the technical stuff, it's going quite smooth. Especially, like, I think you can hear everything really good. And that is the most important stuff because, yeah, I can sit and listen to these guys discuss the whole day. And I almost have done that. And I can hear someone coming back. And it's Jasper. Yeah.
Hello.
Congrats, you won.
Oh,
But
barely.
he was very
It was
fast.
really close.
Wow, that was a close race. Jasper won.
Jasper won. Okay.
God
Okay.
level peer as well. Got it. Okay, right back, guys. Now I've been talking nonsense for a couple of minutes.
I am so curious
I
to
just-
find out what you
Nothing
said.
special. I just reminded everyone that we will not be streaming tomorrow since it's a holiday in Sweden. So,
Happy holiday.
hey, it's midsummer tomorrow.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Wait, on the 19th?
Oh, I guess.
All right.
The calendar says it.
I thought the
Okay, yeah.
21st is like midsummer.
Jasper,
Yes.
I should let you cook probably, but I feel the annoyance in me coming up. And I think it's because I am confused about some stuff. So I need to make a problem tube to define the problem tube.
All right, sure.
I just need to, like, if we do let's go to sheet 16. No,
Okay.
let's not go to sheet 16. Let's go
13?
to
No.
let's go to a new one.
Yeah.
Let's go to process. So what I'm confused about right now, Martin is confused. Is it because I feel, first of all, that we're doing the same thing in 2 places, but is it because is the problem tube chronologically only applied when I'm completely done with my design requirements, or are we iterating back and forth between them? So what is the design process? So if I say like this, like, okay, so step 1, write requirements.
All right.
Is it problem tube and then iterative back and forth, or is it like one go? Well, I need a little bit understand where, like, how you
right.
suggest me to work with this.
So this kind of comes back to why back when we started with the design requirement writing,
Yeah.
why I suggested we start with the problem tube. Because, okay, so there's technically two ways to go about it. You could write down all of the requirements that you have, and then when you want people to brainstorm, you can, like, I would then organize all of the questions and requirements you have in something like a problem tube that you can give out to the world to brainstorm with, experiment with, and all that. And then you would already have all the requirements, so then you're just writing it down again. Or when you don't have those requirements set already, you would actually start out with a problem tube. You would start by asking the question, how do I make a programming wheel? And then you start thinking about the requirements there, and you go down the chronological process of, hey, wait, if I need all of this for my programming wheel, I'll also need to know how I make my channels. And that leads me to how to make profiles, and that tells me how readers need to be designed as well.
So
And once you then have a whole tube set up like that, all of the requirements you wrote there, you can then write in your big tree again.
it sounds like you prefer that second idea. So it's actually problem tube 1, and that spits out. It's a way that spits out the requirements in step 2.
It's like, how did we how did we come to the requirements that we wrote down earlier? We essentially looked at, okay, these are the things we want a programming wheel to do. Okay, but then there's some ways that we can do profiles. Oh, wait, but we also have the where to think about. So then you get to material choices for the readers, and readers have to do things there as well. And the whole idea behind the problem tube is to be a bit more structured about that, well, that problem solving process.
Okay, hang on. So maybe this then makes sense for me if we actually just remove this heading here, design requirements.
Mm-hmm.
It's the problem statements. It's actually requirements, but it's not. It's only requirements inside and parentheses because
yeah.
And then we take.
I mean, okay. Let's if we look at the okay. Let's say we have the channels and profiles sub problem here.
Okay, wait.
And let
me show that.
Oh yeah, it's a 23.
Yep.
And let's pretend that we don't have these functional requirements yet. I'm just going to move them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine we have no idea yet. The question now becomes, okay, how do we design these channels? Well,
I like it. We start here.
Yeah, so what are some requirements for the channels? And then we have to think about all of those things.
Okay. Yeah, I for example, I want to be able to have any musical timing.
Mm-hmm.
Is an important thing for me, which
we can write that down.
Yeah,
we say, okay, the channel and profile must support any musical timing.
Yeah, and I was actually going to think about leaving the word profile out there. Because that is actually the thing that leads to the choice of a profile over a pin.
Yeah, so in that case, we'd have channels and profiles would technically be a level below this, but...
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so let me go back to the process because I'm less confused now. So what you're suggesting is a crutch for me, is a help for me to have something to hold on to when I'm brainstorming.
Yes.
That will spit out something quite useful.
That's the hope, at least, of course, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let me just write down that, because this has probably been why I've been confused. So a problem tube is a brainstorming tool that turns random brainstorming into structured problem definitions that can be used as design requirements. Kind of like that. Sorry for that long. So that's just from me here. Okay. So we start with the problem tube. This is completely different from me. I missed this, I think. And that's why I've been like, we're doing the same thing. I was like thinking you are.
I copied the design process that we went over, that we wrote down and came up with, because this is kind of going through a problem tube, and that's the thing.
Yeah, but then I'm confused again here, Jasper, because there's no design requirements in that process.
Well, if you reread the notes we wrote, then defining a problem is making the requirements for it.
Okay, so on already step 1, requirements falls out of this
Yeah.
of this process. So the requirements is step 1 there.
Yeah. So, I mean, what you're writing down is exactly like the problem tube is a way to turn the random brainstorming of how do you make a programming wheel into problems that come from certain requirements you set from it, and just to find requirements themselves.
So then step 1 is problem tube, and then we extract the design requirements out of the tube.
Exactly.
So step 2. Okay, so today we can see. Okay, now I'm with you. Step 2, write design requirements, and then so then basically, basically what we did in the beginning of the stream was just a pre-brainstorm. We didn't write, because these are not great design requirements. It was just a pre-brainstorm that we then started the problem tube with.
Technically, that whole brainstorm would have gone into the problem tube in a probably more efficient way than what we did now.
Yeah, then I'm completely with you. Then I understand the problem tube much better, and this is why we shouldn't actually like. It doesn't have to be exactly the same language here at all, but all of these lines should become a design requirement on the design requirement side.
Yeah, or whichever ones make sense to put in there, right?
Yeah, okay.
Position tolerance of the end of a profile is probably not a entire programming wheel thing now, because, well, you have profiles in there and all of that, but that's...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm not confused anymore.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay, where do we go?
Well, we can keep going down the problem tube a little bit if you want to.
Okay.
Just to see. Just to see. I'll re-add these in there. Okay, yeah. So we're talking about how to design channels. What are we missing?
I like the silence part. I think it was further down.
Let's actually remove some things from the right, so we clean that up slowly but surely. Okay, well, audience should see programming profiles and understand what they are.
Heads up, guys, we're approaching the 45-minute warning.
Yep.
Just so you know. So keep your minds focused now.
Thank you, Hannes.
It's the last sprint here. You got this.
What is chat saying? Are they happy?
They seem kind of happy.
They seem kind of happy. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Any suggestions for requirements from chat?
Let's see if they bring them along.
I think they're talking about LLM brainstorming right now.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't need that right now when we have Jasper here.
No, we have a...
Keep on trucking, guys. 45
Fantastic
minutes, you got this.
Yeah.
God level language model. Let's see. Well, we have a bunch of these things. I mean, that is a actual a guideline. The programming wheel should be as cheap as reasonable. We kind of skipped over that whole budget constraint that we had.
Let's forget about that.
Let's move this up.
Yeah, here I have triggering a node should use as little energy as possible and as silently as possible. Is that guidelines for the channels and profiles?
It probably ties into profiles, but it's more of a reader thing, I think.
Yeah, it's the
I think this is mostly a reader thing, because the profiles themselves, they will depend on how you read them.
Yeah,
probably.
I lost my copy paste here.
Sorry
sorry,
for
I
interrupting,
moved you.
guys. I saw something in chat earlier that I forgot, and now they reminded me. Jimmy reminded me here. Are multiplexed channels a possibility or fully excluded?
What's that?
What is multiplexed channels? Do you guys know that?
No.
Is multiplexing registered to have more than n registered by less than n channels being considered?
Oh, so they mean like if you wanted to play notes next to each other, you'd use one profile for that, or?
Yeah, is it different heights for them or something?
Interesting question, but I don't understand it. So please, was it from Jimmy?
I see also Hundry F. Profile height 1 equals action 1. Profile height 2 equals action 1 plus action 2. Could that be what they're talking about? Different actuation heights would trigger different actions.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good. Different heights
Multiplexed channels.
triggers different actions. I'll put it in.
Multiplexer, so you aggregate signals, so you need less path in parallel.
Right.
For example, 2 channels programming 4 droppers.
Oh, yeah, okay. So that goes into what we also talked about, where with the latch mechanism, you could have one channel technically control 2 droppers.
Good. It's down now, chat.
Yeah, the thing I really want is one vibraphone channel controlling both the drop and the sustain of that note. Is one use case that I really want to solve. Interesting though, with one channel controlling 2 droppers.
Yeah, I mean that's what we had. Like if you have like a sub, technically you could have a profile that has a higher level with a drop in it that does 1 dropper, and then if you drop again, it drops the second one or something like that.
That's actually very interesting. I wanna make a note about that.
Okay.
Because first I was like, that's super complicated. But basically it's 2 marble drops using the same going up. They share the same going up.
Yeah.
But then tuk.
Yeah, pretty much. And the idea, like, if you think about this old Tony latch thing,
the
maybe
latch.
you can do something with that.
Push-pull latch.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very interesting, actually.
But
that might
then
be...
you would
we
not
can
have
get
sustain. But
we can get 108... No, for example, for the snare drum, for 2 hard hits, we can get 90 channels instead of 180 all of a sudden, if that would
maybe.
work.
Yeah.
Or
you can have more. You can have a more expensive program B if you want, with the same number of channels. Well, but I'm giving you bad ideas again.
Program B, that was probably a very bad and very juicy idea. Hang on, where am I? Where am I writing this? I'm here. Perhaps that's not. Perhaps that's genius. I don't know yet. I don't know why it would be a problem.
That is what prototyping is for.
So
caveman prototyping.
Idea: use one profile to load 2 marble droppers, releasing drop A from 40 millimeter height to 30 of profile. I'm just saying something. Profile. Seconds later, milliseconds later, because this could be really quick. It's very interesting.
Well, you would have it on one singular profile, right?
Yeah,
so it has to be within a bar at least.
Yeah, so it's going to be milliseconds later, the reader drops from 30 to 20, releasing the other marble.
Could be a way to do a flems.
potentially reducing number of channels by half. Wow, that might be possible.
I think it requires some prototyping, but could be nice to look into.
It's like it has like so. Sorry, I need to brainstorm on this. Like,
yeah, go for it.
When
sure.
only going up to 30 millimeter,
It doesn't load the second one.
No, exactly. Drop A isn't affected at all. Going to 40 affects both, which means both need to drop. To drop another marble. We're kind of locked in there. We can't go back and loading B without dropping A.
No, the moment you unload the profile, then you also drop both marbles.
Exactly.
Even if you go at the same time, you'll just drop both.
Oh, you can drop at the same time. You can drop at the same time.
Well,
For the
only if they
vibraphone,
don't drop on the same spot, though.
yeah. You can drop at the same time. I guess lower would be later then. A bit later, because it takes more time for the dropper. So
definitely.
A lower would be a bit later, so probably not the perfect. So that would mean that those channels couldn't play at the same time. So that would be...
Well, not exactly the same time.
No. Probably... it's probably a couple of milliseconds. So you will run... With all these ideas, when you think them through, you will run into, that's why... that's a limitation. But that's...
You wouldn't want to play one note twice at the same time anyways, right?
I was thinking for vibraphone to use one profile to control both C and C sharp.
Oh, like that.
Note. And then if both of these are included in a chord, you wouldn't be able to drop at the same time. But the truth here is that in a chord, that millisecond delay would only be beautiful.
And also, unless you have, you could technically still have another channel that controls the C sharp note.
You mean also?
Yeah, like I'm just brainstorming as well, right? But the only reason that you'd want the double drops is if you want two things that you normally couldn't do very quickly after. Because, like, if you have a C and a C sharp channel, the way that you could also just have them drop at the same time is having, well, that channel drop, like the two channels drop at the same time, right?
I think I'm following. But the idea of this is to save on a whole channel. So why would we even have this if we also had a C sharp channel?
Well, the reason there is if you want to play repeated notes really quickly, then just having that on having one channel for the C. Like, right now we're saying we can only play once per bar.
Yeah.
But if we have one channel that can control two drops, we can suddenly do twice per bar.
Yep.
So you without adding a channel, you'd have double the speed, double the repeated notes.
Yeah, it's different for the snare and the vibraphone because of the marbles hits the same thing.
Yeah,
that's why I was confused. Repeatability from one channel. Super fun. I love if we can like cut the number of tracks in half, which means we can make the B program more complex, like Jasper said. So we get 180 channels again from one channel. Okay, look at how happy I become when we talk about design and not the requirements.
All right, well that's enough of a side track then.
But what? Just a quick. Was that really the multiplex, or did Jasper? What was the actual suggestion, Hannes? It was the multi-height thing.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. And I think I saw it first from Handry-F, so that the username gets the right credit here. And then Jimmy echoed it as well. So
what was the username?
Handry_F.
Handry-F.
My memeplex has a better phrasing for one of the requirements.
Okay, nice.
Because it's not the wheel must support at most 180 discrete channels. The wheel must, let's see, what did he say? Should be able to activate 180 droppers.
Yeah, but a few of them are not droppers.
No, okay, sure. 180. What
About
is it?
175.
Outputs. I'm just saying outputs.
Is better. Yeah, output. Thank you. Look at me, Hannes, being there.
Oh yeah, proud of you. I got goosebumps.
You're keeping me in line here. That's great.
Yeah, I don't want this ambiguous, unprecise language, Jasper.
No, of course.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Okay. Okay, so we're actually out to say this is of all our discussions, Jasper, when I've been annoyed, it's because I thought that the problem tube was after the requirements. So it will take some time for me to reset. Now you're on a guidelines. Silence is possible. I had us as requirements, but you want them.
No, that's a guideline.
Guideline. I'll remove them there.
But I mean, silent as possible, but activating a channel shouldn't or must not be too loud, and whatever decibel number you want to put as a maximum there would be the number, right? I don't know what that's like the nice thing about the requirements like that is that they're verifiable.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm the dictator here. I'm going to go back to this double height idea.
No.
I just want to say something for what kind of musical, because I also know kind of like, how would this help us musically? Check the snare channels here.
Yes.
So why does the snare have 4 channels for hard notes? So we have snare hard A, B, C, and D. Why?
Yes.
Well, to be able to play daga daga boom gaga gung gaga gaga gung gung gaga gung 1 2 3 4 boom A B C D. That's why it has that. Mm-hmm. In most normal, when you do only 2 and 4, you would switch between A and B. So 1 A 2 B 1 A 2 daga daga, and then it will be A B C D goof. And I think for those, I think C and D could be perhaps the double height from channel A, meaning we could perhaps we can remove the programming tracks for C and D.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Which is a fantastic thing if we could do that.
And that way, with channel A or with B, you can also play flams.
In the same...
No, you already could with 2 of them. Never mind.
You wouldn't know. The flams is not good for that.
Well...
Because daga gaga, you would probably go da... In those daga gaga, you will go A, B, and then release the C and D, the extra, at the end. Because that would give max time between A and C, max time between B and D.
Yeah.
Da, da. Because then the same channel can play da, 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 ga, ga, ga. I love that. Okay, interesting. Right. And by the way, I wonder if that would also help. Yeah, I wonder how fast we could play.
I mean, the speed with that profile ID is probably you can be really quick with it, but you have to keep in mind that you can only bind that to 2 different outputs. So, yeah, I don't know. It also depends on if you're gonna say you can connect other things together. If you somehow make it so that with one reader you can control, or if one output can be controlled by multiple readers at the same time, if you find a way to do that, then you get other things to keep in mind. I don't know.
But that idea that you've been into, I'm not that into that idea, because then we still have more channels. But I was thinking, a lot of channels is for selecting bass notes. So what if with that idea that we can combine 3 selections in one channel? We cut the number of channels in. It might not be. It might add. It might not be worth it. It might be more expensive design-wise, but it's a super fun tool in the tool chest.
It's probably a good thing to just try out.
Yeah.
Because technically, how many strings will the bass have?
4.
So, like, there is a universe where you use one channel to select all of the 4 strings, but that could only work if you do it all like in order. But I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That was my derail. I'm just going to say, could save channels. Could save channel count. Could be used for drum fills. Could be used for bass selecting, or vibraphone sustain on their own channels. Very cool. Okay, I got excited.
Awesome. That's good. That keeps you focused on the problem tube.
Okay, let's go to the problem tube.
Yeah, because we don't have that much time anymore. About 30 minutes? Yeah.
Channels and
25.
profiles.
25. You got
25.
this, guys.
Oh
Keep
my.
on trucking.
Perhaps, Jasper, you should, before the end of the stream, you should, instead of going into all the categories, just help me paste and choose the categories, because you see it really clearly.
Yes,
So
right.
what comes after channels and profiles, according to you?
Probably readers.
Oh, yeah, it's down here.
Yeah. I think. Hang on. Let me get the template out again.
Yeah, I don't dare to do that. I leave that for you.
Well, it's already in the problem tube page. You can do it.
So we're gonna do readers
after
here.
That, yes. Oh wait. How do I? Oh, I copied it over the other ones. Here. Yeah, I think that's readers, and then this is going to be a reader control or program change or whatever.
Oh, program change. Change during play.
Yes.
So that's not a song change.
Yes.
We could call that like song change and program change. So to have good language.
Exactly. I think at some point I added extra lines in the other sheet, so now my nice lines are all messed up. I had it so perfect.
Sorry. So
no, that's probably something I did.
So we start. It's the whole programming wheel. We come down to the channels and the profiles. That gets into the readers. Maybe here, readers and outputs. Because I think, readers and outputs. I think that one should be. What are the readers actually activating?
Okay, but so technically if you're saying it like this will also tell you how a reader talks to an output. Maybe. It's something to keep in mind though, because it's directly linked. So yeah, no, sure, I agree. Perfect. I am sorry to have ever doubted you.
I didn't even follow. I'm still thinking about the da, which I think would start with a C And then the A, I'm still in that drum fill thing. Okay. If we go through, you tell me, Jasper, what do we do now?
All right. So let's just quickly go through the right here again, through the whole brainstorming session we did already. What are some other requirements for channels and profiles? What must they do? Let's see. So this is okay. I'm moving all of your ID things up to the top.
Yeah, I should have like cut and not copied, so we can see what like disappeared from that thing.
It's right.
You started doing that. Am I gone, Hannes?
You were. Both you and your
screen.
screen were gone. I managed to get your screen back, but perhaps my reboot doesn't work at the moment. So perhaps you will have to just reboot the Video Ninja, and we will get back.
I can see him in Video Ninja though.
Yeah,
it's a little bit spooky.
Do you have my screen share? I can share Martin's camera from the Video Ninja as a screen share.
I don't think that's correct.
If you just reload it, Martin, I think we will be fine.
Okay, I'm scared to push that button.
I'm gonna do Jasper in full screen for now.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Look at that beautiful face.
Let's see if
momentarily.
it takes over my
your audio.
My audio.
Let's see.
But it actually doesn't nowadays.
No.
Oh, it was because of Safari didn't do that. Yeah, that was what we.
Interesting.
I think I'm back, Hannes.
Not yet.
I cannot see you yet.
Stand by. I don't think I'm the most important thing. I think that
Jasper is the most important. Now I think
I didn't get a haircut for today though.
So let's see. I think we have your screen again. No, now that went black. Okay, this is very strange.
Yeah.
I do have you now though. So now you're in full screen. Let's see if I can also get a screen up and running here.
Yeah, sorry, we're on the remote setup here. Probably it's going to be better when I'm back in Stockholm.
Of course, it's going to be there. Now we're fully back. That happens. We are 3 people connecting remotely to a computer up in Stockholm, so stuff are bound to happen. I think it's going very good considering that, though.
Yep.
So keep on trucking, guys.
Well.
You got 20 more minutes.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. This we already have. We do not need to talk about this or this. Examples are not important either. This, okay, I mean, I'll just copy this in here just to keep it in mind. We'll have we've already had that. Profiles rather than pins. Okay, this is already a thing.
But do you think I should show this tube for collaborators?
I think that you probably want to clean it up a little bit and maybe sort the things into the right order. But I think that's kind of the whole goal of the problem tube, to have a well-defined problem.
So,
and your problem is how to make a programming wheel. And those are the sub-problems that you want to solve first.
Give both tube and DR to collaborators.
Yeah, and I think like the DR should mostly reflect what you have in the problem tube and likewise, because it would be crazy if you have extra design requirements here that aren't in the main sheet.
It would be great if the DR are mirrored between them.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But maybe you see it differently.
No.
And that's also fine. Okay, so let's see. Cam profiles need to create enough movement to perform. Yes. Higher profiles. Okay, I mean that's all. Profiles must be. Yeah, so that's it must be an 8th as tall as they are. An 8th is kind of excessive, probably, but let's just say profiles must be longer than they are high.
Yeah. So they're not pins.
And like ideally they're as low as possible, but we're not going to complain too much if they are a third because we have a double profile or whatever.
So I'm just going to ask a lot of questions now, Jasper, when I'm on my own with this later. So we haven't put any questions in here. So
No.
And the questions are meant to help the communication with collaborators or with myself.
Either, yeah.
So a channel must support one profile per bar. So how do we support one profile per bar?
Yeah, and you can also already go to a question like, how does a channel hold a profile? It depends, right? How you want to phrase it. But this directly leads to the sub-problem of, okay, how does a channel actually hold onto the bars? How are they attached to the channel?
Okay, so where does that sub-problem go?
I mean, it depends a little bit on. We could make an extra sub-problem here, but you can also say this is such an intrinsic part of channels and profiles that this is just part of the design of the channels and profiles. It like again, it's all organizational tools, right?
So I do another extra run.
Sure.
How do we hold the profiles?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And I think part of this is because we have channels and profiles as one here, and maybe you'd want to split that into channels and then profiles separately.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
organizational stuff. Let's see if there's anything very important on the right. I'll move it up again. We're almost done with organizing the things we already discussed.
Okay, cool.
Triggering a node to use as little energy as possible. I mean, technically,
We already
those
have
probably
that
go
one.
into... Yeah.
I'll put it in silent as possible, low energy as possible.
And I'm also going to copy both of those to the reader guidelines.
It's nice. Nice.
Because all of these things share requirements. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
There should be some precision tolerance. Do we have anything about that in there already?
I made a comment about that, but I don't know if it's in. Yeah, it's on the highest level.
Okay. Well, then let's say that we actually want to move that one to... It's a non-functional requirement of the...
Channels
I think
and
it's mostly a reader thing, probably.
I
but
feel
also
it's
channels and
already on the
profiles.
profiles because of the structure of the wheel needs to take that into account.
I am going to say it goes into both.
Okay, yeah.
Because again, it's all intrinsically linked. You cannot have a profile without a reader, and you can't have a reader without a profile. Okay, yep. So we say, okay, reader outputs. The reader must be mechanical. Right?
Yep.
We want to read outputs, and we don't want that to use light or whatever. A reader, yeah, okay, sure. The reader must transfer its input to the appropriate output.
Nice.
And let's also say...
Or outputs.
Outputs, yeah.
Because of the double idea.
Exactly. And the reader must be controllable by the operator on or off. Yeah, I'm just going to say it like that. However, how we do that, that's the next problem. All right, let me just remove that. We already have the size things, narrow as reasonable. Channels don't have to be evenly spaced. I think that already, we don't need to say that here, but we can have it as a note somewhere. I'll just leave it for now. Similar channels should be, yeah, okay, we have that. There will be approximately... okay, yeah, so this is a channel and profile thing. I think this is probably a like manufacturing requirement. Okay, I mean, is this a hard requirement that any song cannot be handmade?
Okay, no, I actually looked at that. My brain has turned to absolute mush now, Jasper. So
sorry. Yeah, no,
no. It's fine. I just so
blood hour.
I was actually thinking about. I looked at it. I think it's the other way around. I'm gonna go. I saw it right here.
Let me follow you. I see.
Yeah, here it is. I think actually this is kind of important. I've changed my mind during the... Are we on channels and profiles?
Yeah. Sure. The wheel should offer an option for Martin to add a few profiles on the wheel manually for testing. All right.
I'll remove the design, the non-design agnostic comment there.
And I'm gonna turn this into a must.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think it's fine to have a strong requirement like that. You
Yeah,
can always change it later.
Yeah, I like it. Very nice.
Oh wait, because I messed it up, it didn't. Okay, hang on. I'll remove your things again because I re-edited it somehow.
Good.
All right, awesome. So we're not saying that. Okay, but there can still be a requirement that for actual shows, you... Okay, now actually I'm gonna... I was going to say that, like, for shows you may want to order whole songs at one go, like with water cutting sections or whatever. But... I'm gonna say that is just a possible design that could work, and maybe people have other options, so we're not gonna say anything about it. So I'm gonna remove this already in there. We do not need a system where I can manually program on the wheel to test songs, but it would be an extra bonus. Well, we do want that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you here now on the J column.
Almost done. Profiles and readers should use materials that don't cut into each other over time, don't wear out. Or if they do wear out, it should be replaceable. Let's see. Both a reader and a profile.
Yeah, that's non-functional.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Don't wear out.
Yeah,
it's a performance requirement, isn't it?
Profiles must not wear out, let's say, too quickly.
Yeah.
Or must be easily replaceable.
Yeah.
And then the same goes for readers.
Perfect.
Readers must not wear out too quickly.
I like that you hate copy and paste.
Well, because I'm rephrasing it as well.
Yeah. One word change.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're almost done here. Reader action should accommodate a headroom. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's say...
yeah, the headroom is important, actually.
Yeah. Readers must be height tolerant.
Yeah.
Must be profile height tolerant, or whatever. And that's also important if you're going to use a double height step thing, because how big that difference must be will play into that tolerance, potentially.
Readers and output mechanics. I'll just do it like that. Okay, do we have
we don't
something
need to.
else
Okay.
in the J column?
Hannes thinks metal cam discs is cooler.
Wait, that goes in on the
yes.
top as a guideline.
Yes, God line.
So that's for the channels and profiles guidelines we get from Hannes here. I think Hannes is a crucial style guide.
Always
Yes.
been, always will be.
Yeah. Then we go into bronze bushings. That's kind of solutions.
That's all possible solutions.
Yeah.
Possible solutions. Water cutting. That's again possible, but maybe not.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think this is all that. I'll put this note up here for future sorting.
Very cool.
I don't think we have time to go over all of the possible other requirements for these right now.
No.
But I do think that you have more than enough of a guide here to fill those out yourself.
Fantastic.
Right?
So wonderful to not talk with myself here and to talk with you, Jasper. It's fantastic. I think.
So I don't count. Got it.
Okay. No. Yeah, that's true. I think. Let me put this beautiful image on. No, it's not working anymore.
Yes, it is.
Prog wheel. Oh, I don't have I don't see the stream.
Stop blinking it.
Is it on now, Hannes?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see the stream output now. I don't know.
I can see it on the video.
I don't know
Ninja.
what happened there. So yeah, I will need to go over all this and create that package for all the collaborators. Thanks to your great help, Jasper. Now, from today, I think I understand the problem tube.
That's good.
Because it's pre-design requirements. That's great.
Great.
I'm a mush, Hannes.
Yeah. I think this is a great time to wrap things up now.
Yeah.
We've done great work. Jasper, the God-level design requirement expert, yet again blessing us with his presence. It's been fantastic. What a chat. My goodness.
Thank you for having us.
So I don't think there's anything more to do than to watch Martin victoriously run up the stairs. That's my favorite thing in the world. And we can say goodbye.
Yeah. Just thank you, Jasper, for engaging with the project. I really appreciate it. So that's fantastic.
Do you have any musical instruments you can make an outro music with?
Just your mouth. Let's beatbox, Martin.
Oh, wait, I have scissor. That's much better.
There we go. Thank you so much, Jasper, for your joining the chat. It was awesome. And reminder, everyone, no stream tomorrow. We will be back on Monday, I think.